Sorry if this upload is a little late than usual. I had a little internet problem, so yeah, this upload was a little late than usual. But anyways, let's talk about this episode of Golden Kamuy. First of all, I want to say something that happened last week. Now, last week, a lot of people were saying that this series is gonna be bad because of that one bear CGI, and I kind of was like, what? Like, just because you had one CGI, you can't just rate a whole series to be bad. Like, I became the fan of the series like instant in the first 5 minutes. Like, I really like the character Sugimoto, and even in this episode, I really like this character because of the way he is, the way he thinks and stuff, and how his character in general is like kill or be killed. So that's basically I like his character. Like, just putting it out there, like I liked his character within the first 5 minutes. I became a fan of his character. But when I understand the bear CGI was bad. The CGI was bad, but it isn't like something like Berserk. Now people know that the new Berserk was trash, and that's because the CGI they used in this new Berserk was just like, whoa, what the hell are they doing? Like that's basically what it was. But if they're using just one or two CGI throughout the whole series, if they use CGI just for those sake, and the rest is animated, like it's not a big problem because the series is anyway is good. The story is good. It's living up to the hype. Like it is really good. Like not gonna lie. So I don't know the problem with it. Now I've got that out of my chest. I want to talk about our good friend Ashripa. Now, if you see carefully, is it just me or did she say squirrels nuts? Cause I'm not sure. Is she talking about nuts that squirrels catch, or is she talking about actual squirrel nut? I don't know. Like I was like, whoa, wait, what? I need to see this like twice or thrice because I don't understand still like what did she mean. Let me know what she meant by squirrel nut sentence because I am nearly confused. I am a lot confused here. Like it's just putting it out here. Now, this whole episode, basically we are meeting the main cast of the series. That is Sugimoto. What's her name? Ashripa and uh, Ashrif. I don't remember. Is it Ashripa or Ashrip? I don't remember her name. But her and the third guy who has a tattoo, the escape artist or escape king. He's the third main character of the series. At least that's what the poster that shows up assumes. I assume with that because the poster shows these three, like the poster for this series, Golden Kamuy. It shows these three in it when you see it. Like obviously, some posters show only uh, Sugimoto and a sheriff in it, but some posters show these three people. So I'm guessing that these three are the main cast, along with that dog that a sheriff has, or a sheriff, whatever the Ainu has, whatever her name is. Like I forgot her name, but anyways, I just wanted to put that out there because one of the poster I see, it has Sugimoto, the Ainu, and this Escape King. So all those three characters are like the main characters in one of the poster with the dog that we saw in the first episode. So opening, oh that opening, like I really love Man with a Mission's openings because when you see it in Yoshiki, I really like that opening. And now this opening, like, yo, they do good job in the openings. Like, not gonna lie, Man with a Mission, their songs are pretty damn good when you look at it. Like, I was like, whoa, I heard that voice. And then when I saw it's made by Man with a Mission, I was like, oh, yeah, I know this guy. So, yeah, this was pretty damn good opening. Not gonna lie, like yo, really enjoyed the opening. Now this episode was basically Sugimoto, and the Ainu. They both get the two characters with the tattoo on them. One of them gets killed by a 7th division officer, which is considered to be the highest rank officer, and he through because Sugimoto was in the soldier, he like in the military, he knew about the rankings, so he was like, oh, this is worse, like having what's the name? having the tattooed people behind him is the worst, but having these guys is is the worst out of worst. Like it is just the worst thing to have these guys behind you, the seventh division. We also learn with the help of the Escape King. We also learned that there was a guy who was like the samurai. He was a samurai like who was in taking place in a war that took place 30 years ago. So he's a samurai from that time, and pretty much he's one of the leaders who led the escape, if I'm correct. Uh, so basically he took down like three people in a matter of seconds. That's what he said, and that's a huge achievement. Like three people in a matter of seconds in a real life. That's a huge achievement if you ask me. And pretty much this series has been kind of very realistic on what it does, except for the immortal part. I would say it is very realistic on what it does, and that's a huge achievement on a few seconds. Like in few seconds, three people and samurais. I know samurais used to be like that. Like they used to take down people's like very quickly. They used to take down people like it was nothing for them. So like normal people wouldn't stand a chance against a samurai, well trained samurai. So that's at least what I know about it. The samurais, ninjas and stuff. They used to like be the pinnacle of what you can achieve in Japan. At least that's what I know. Like ninjas were created to kill samurais, if I'm correct, and Ronins were created to kill the ninjas because the ninjas were too OP. At least that's what I think so. That's how the circle goes. Like the samurais were out there, the first ones. Then comes the ninjas who are stronger than the samurais, and then the ninjas after Ronin. That's I think so. That's how it goes. I may be wrong. Correct me wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just to correct me. If anybody knows about the Japanese culture and stuff, just correct me. But at least to my knowledge, I think so. That's how it goes. Samurai, ninja, and then Ronin. At least that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, samurai against normal people, it is a very huge deal because samurais are somebody who are like really strong. They are physical capabilities more than what a normal human can achieve. So it was very much like what the matter of second thing. It is very believable because of what they can achieve. Like they're pretty damn strong. But anyways, now all this aside, we also know about Ogato. So Ogato survives, and pretty much I'm pretty sure now what I've seen. I haven't seen if there's a preview or not for this episode or the next episode. I don't think. But here's my theory on what's gonna happen in the next episode. Pretty much Ogato is gonna spill that Immortal Sugimoto is pretty much trying to find this thing and stuff, all of these things, and along with him there's an Ainu and stuff, and pretty much now the military will also be behind Sugimoto this time. At least that's what I'm thinking, and that's how episode 3 is gonna be. Most probably the military will be chasing Sugimoto while Sugimoto is finding the people like the tattooed people to get to the treasure. So guess that's guess I think so. I'm pretty much reminded of One Piece. Now by that what I mean is if anybody remembers the War 7 arc, you guys should remember like pretty much Luffy saves Robin and pretty much everybody in the military, like every single person in the Marines, they pretty much are after Luffy after that point on. So you get the point what I'm saying, right? So this guy reminds me of One Piece by a lot of moments in it. But I would say this is very realistic than One Piece in a way, but also reminds me of One Piece in a very similar fashion, like the goal being like the One Piece and like Sugimoto and Ainu trying to find these gold, and then after that you just look at the journey of these people, and then all of a sudden the military is after you. It's very much reminded me of what One Piece is like. It very much reminds me of, and that's what I like about this series. Like, it kind of reminds you of One Piece. At the same time, it does its own things in a very very realistic fashion. Like it shows very realistic things like squirrels, like how natives eat meat and stuff, like how they are supposedly living And yes, Ainus are natives. Yeah, they are pretty much like let's just say by natives like Native Americans, like Red Indians and stuff. Like those people, like yeah, those are pretty much Ainus. They are like natives. So basically, they are like yeah, they're pretty much like tribes like Red Indians and then there are Adivasis and stuff. So yeah, these kind of tribes, that's what basically are Ainus. Ainu is another tribe from the natives. So pretty much they're showing very realistic things like how the Ainu love to survive in the wild, how they survive in the wild. That's pretty much how they're shown, how the natives survive in the tribe, the native tribes, how they survive in the wild. That's pretty much what these realistic actions are showing. There's a lot of realistic stuff added into this, and that's what makes this series great because it's just so realistic. Like even though it's an anime, you can just see like so many realistic stuff, like so much things that are connected to the real world, like how the native tribes survive, how they hunt and stuff. Like they show you so many realistic stuff, and that's what I like about this series. Like it tries to be so realistic, and it actually succeeds in it. It does a very good job in making it seem like realistic. For example, the even if you don't take the native example, the example of how Sugimoto survived, like using his gunpowder to create fire. That's an idea that's been passed on from Stone Age ages. Cause I'm not talking about gunpowder in general, but how the stones used to like create fires and stuff. Like it's been passed on from the old ages at least, or at least medieval ages. Like it was sort of like just passed on this way since the old ages, and that's what makes the series kind of great. Like it's cool to watch all these realistic stuff happen in anime because very few anime series, action anime, shown in anime series try to be realistic. They are all basically like, oh yeah, you got these cool powers and stuff, and this is what you're gonna be looking at, and this power, this is gonna just go on upgrading, and then yeah, I'm the most powerful person in the world. That's basically what shonen animes are basically like. Shonen, seinen, or even normal action. Most of the normal action animes, they're basically just like this. Like we got some kind of telekinesis power, we got some kind of magical girl power and thing. Like, so many animes do that. Like they tend to do that. Not many animes, at least in my opinion, at least I've seen it. Not many animes try to be realistic like this anime. Golden Kamuy is just it just like brings in so many realistic features. And yes, there's some shonen drops like here and there where you don't feel like it's realistic in some parts, not every part, like in some parts, but most of the parts are very realistic, and that's what I think so is making this anime like awesome in my eyes, because not a lot of shonen animes, like shonen or seinen or action animes in general, tend to do this. Like not many animes tend to be very realistic with what they do. So that's why this anime is great in my eyes. Like I really love this anime. Not gonna lie, like hands down. Like this is one of the best animes I've seen like throughout my life. Like all of the animes I've seen in my whole life. I think so. This is definitely one of my top 10 animes that I've seen. Like in just 2 episodes, I can say that I really enjoy this anime. Like it's it's very very it's very fulfilling. It's very much living to the hype I had for this anime. So, anyways, ratings. From 1 out of 10, let me tell you, I'll rate this anime's episode to 8.5 out of 10. Now, yes, I rated the first episode 10 out of 10 without looking at any flaws or anything. I was like, oh, I was too hyped. I was too excited. But I'm taking back the 10 out of 10 I gave in the previous anime review, and I'm gonna say that that review is gonna go 9 out of 10. I'm taking down the 10 out of 10. Okay, that no anime is perfect. Come on, no anime is perfect. We all know that. So yeah, this episode 8.5 out of 10. Like hands down, awesome episode. Uh, I felt like some parts it kinda was getting boring in some parts. But other than that, it was quite exciting. It was quite exciting, like from the animation to the storyboard. It was quite exciting throughout the whole part. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10 for this episode of Golden Kamuy. So let me know where you scale this anime. Don't forget to like if you like my content, and I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.